now feel shallow. I'm only human, got the dream and I'm Castro. A presidential, residential when I'm back home. Cause I was thinking about the future on the back roads. Now it's mad shows every time I do a set. I remember trying to con the connect. Sometimes I put my jewels on and reflect. I'm next up, I don't know what happens next. Can't come with no weak stuff. Grown out of all that grew up on the street stuff. Life is a bitch, mine turned into a diva. Why you think 5'6" 4" feature?
Hey UFC fans, D-Mart here to let you guys know how not to get submitted in EA Sports UFC 4. EA Sports has introduced two new submission minigames, choke and joint submissions. Let's start on choke submissions. Here I am in top guard. The opponent will attack with a triangle choke. We both start the minigame on opposite sides of the circle. The attacker's goal is to put his bar over mine, and my goal as the defender is to rotate the left stick away from the attacker's bar. Attacking or defending choke submissions is done by using the left stick. Moving the left stick too fast while trying to escape a choke will result in your bar expanding and making it easier for your opponent to submit you. The best way to defend choke submissions in EA Sports UFC 4 is to rotate your left stick away from your opponent's bar without going too fast or too slow. Remember, stay calm and don't panic. The other minigame for submissions in EA Sports UFC 4 is joint submissions. For the example today, we will be showing arm bars from submissive full guard. This minigame is completely different and will show a different HUD when you lock in a submission. Attacking or defending joint submissions is done with the L2 button and the R2 button. The main goal as the attacker again is to cover their opponent's bar during this minigame. The best way to defend these is by rocking the boat. The buttons are pressure sensitive, so staying patient will help in escaping these submissions as well. Lightly pressing each button back and forth by rocking the boat while mixing it up will be the best way to escape these submissions. Another key component to submissions is the button prompt that will appear during some choke and joint submissions. Both players will have the chance to press this button. The first one to do so will gain an advantage from the current position with slams, strikes, strike defense, and reversals. Remember, for both joint and choke submissions, stamina and stats will also come into play. Managing your stamina, staying calm, and using micro movement is the best way to escape submissions in UFC 4.
I done told you, when it comes to beef and I ain't kosher, bought a cobra just to keep you snakes closer. I can spy a motive, y'all can try to clone this, get them lines quoted.
Hey guys, D-Mart here for a quick video on defending transitions, momentum, and reversals. We will be using the grapple assists controls for the beginning of this video. In this example, we will start on bottom in our full guard. Our opponent on top can advance in 3 different directions from this position: left, right, or up. To deny a transition, hold the R2 button and push the right stick in the direction the fighter is trying to advance to. The speed of the attacker's transition is based off the grapple advantage meter, the fighter's stats, and stamina. Defending transitions becomes easier when you start to understand the animations. A well-timed block will fill up your grapple advantage meter, which will put you in control of the situation. For the next portion of this video, we will be using legacy grappling controls to talk about momentum transitions on the ground. For this example, we will start on top in our opponent's full guard. This year, in UFC 4, the team has added a new ground and pound system. This position can be obtained by successfully posturing up on the ground. If you, as the attacker, have enough stamina and grapple advantage meter built up, you will be able to get a free pass into a more dominant position. After posturing up with a slight stamina and grapple meter advantage, hold the R1 button and push the right stick in the direction you want to advance to, left or right. Players looking to stand back up to their feet from here can do so by holding the R1 button and pushing up on the right stick. Getting back to your feet from certain positions can be done by using momentum. In this example, I will be trying to get back to my feet from full guard. A normal get up here without transition fakes or an advantage in the grapple meter will be pretty slow and predictable. Use the full guard transition. After filling this meter up, fill up the get up meter on the opposite side. Doing this will speed up the transition and make it a lot easier for you to get back to your feet. Another momentum transition we will go over today is from the sprawl position. Here I am in top sprawl, looking to gain a more dominant position. Go for the sprawl transition here. Much like the previous momentum getup we just talked about, this one works the same way. Once you fill up the sprawl transition meter, go for the backside transition to the right. This will speed up the transition and make it easier for you to gain that more dominant position. One more thing we will touch on in this video is reversals on the ground. Reversals can be done by both the dominant and submissive fighter. Reversals on the ground are all about timing and stamina management. Perfectly timing transition denials while having a stamina advantage will reverse your opponent's transition and put you in a more dominant spot. My name is Dmart. I hope this video helped you, and be sure to check out my channel for more content on UFC 4.
Hello everybody, Balian here, bringing you today a tutorial on how to defend yourself in the clinch. If you want more tutorials, check out my YouTube. This tutorial was made possible by EA Game Changers. If your opponent is looking to clinch, there are a couple of ways you can defend this. The easiest is to use the left stick to stay away from your opponent and out of reach. If you're in close, using your head to move away from the hand with the right stick can also prevent the clinch. If timed correctly, you can also throw a punch to intercept your opponent when they're attempting to clinch. If your opponent is throwing strikes to the head, you can press and hold the R2 button to defend yourself. If they are throwing strikes to the body, you must press and hold the L2 button and R2 button to defend yourself. If your opponent tries to take you down, you must press and hold both the L2 and R2 button to defend. If your opponent transitions to the over-under position, defending strikes is the same. Use the R2 button to block strikes to the head and the L2 and R2 button to block strikes to the body. If you decide you no longer want to be in the clinch position, push the left stick away from your opponent. This will break the position. This also works for the over-under position. You may find it easier to first block a strike before trying to break from the clinch. If your opponent has the offensive single collar position, you can still transition to the over-under position by pressing the R1 button and the triangle button. If your opponent has your back against the cage, you can defend against submissions by pressing and holding the R2 button. If they jump on your back, you're able to slam your opponent by pressing the circle button. To pull guard, you will need the over-under position. To do this, begin by shooting a double leg takedown and then pressing the R2 button to cancel. Once in that position, you are able to press the R1 button and the square button to pull guard, or the R1 button and the triangle button to sweep. If your opponent has you pressed to the cage, in order to escape, you need to push the left stick away from your opponent and circle away from their underhook. Thank you for watching, and I hope this gives you a basic idea of how to defend yourself in the clinch.
Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stop at the stoplight.
Hello everyone, Balian here, bringing you a new tutorial video breaking down all of the new clinch mechanics and systems that you can find in UFC 4. If you want more tutorials, you can come check out my YouTube. This tutorial was made possible by EA Game Changers. To enter the clinch, press the R1 button and either the triangle button or the square button, depending on which is your lead hand. Once you've entered the clinch, you have a few options. You can strike with knees using the X or circle buttons, with punches by either using the square or triangle buttons, or elbows by holding the L1 button and pressing the square and X button together. If you want to transition into the over-under position, press the R1 button and the triangle button. This will transition your fighter into the over-under. From here, you're able to strike in the same way as before in the single collar position.
Get paid, get low. Ben Frank, don't stop, press go. Pick it up, lot of money on the flow. Keep shaking, 100 days, 100 pose. Kang eyes, trap. Put you all over my Snapchat. Damn that, so fat. Gotta get you home like stat. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. Red light, green light. Red light, green light.
Alright
right, coming up next, it is a welterweight showdown between Israel Adesanya and Carlos Condit.
You ready? You ready?
All right, let's get this one started here. Round one is underway. And we've got a striker who is a force to be reckoned with. Tonight, though, he draws a guy who can do a little bit of everything.
And that guy is usually the one that will have the advantage. But we know what a high-level striker is, and this guy is as high level as we've ever seen in the UFC.
Well, really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC. Attempts the front kick there. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Nice punch by Condit. Straight right, he misses.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Oh, that's a big hook to the chin. Straight to the body by Condit. Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. He comes forward with a flying knee that just missed hitting the target flush. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Condit. There's the kick, it's blocked. Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed.
Good punch.
Just misses there with the left.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Beautiful body kick.
Oh, nice job with the knee strike there. That'll wake you up. Oh, that is a huge shot there, DC. I'm not sure how he stayed upright.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness. Nice leg kick lands.
Oh, and he caught the kick.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
45 seconds to go here in round one. And plenty of time with which to work. 30 seconds to go in the round. Ten seconds to go in the round. All right, so a nice shot there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming. Punch over the top.
All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand. Jab, right hand, hook. That's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. That is your soda. I mean, come on, man. Let this guy have the whole thing. Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. Oh, hurt it.
Oh, there's the head kick. Looked like there might have been a window there. Instead, it is blocked by Condit.
Straight punch lands. Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. Nice kick there by Adesanya. Just missed with the left there. Oh, the last style bender's got it going here tonight, DC. As he often says, I don't throw and hope. Nice little shot launch. Back to the feet.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Very nice leg kick there by Condit. Well, we talked about that reach advantage. Nice little shot lands.
That one landed clean.
Oh, picture perfect body shot there. He's hit.
Unbelievable. That shot landed perfectly, and now he's got him in front of her.
Big knee to the body.
You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Ooh, blocks the shot. Oh, he got that knee to... Oh! Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
He's done. He's done.
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moments, you got to show up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
All right, here now.
Exhausted, overworking, take another pill, or to keep the owner of the corporation stacking billions. These corporations manipulating our daily lives, got us exasperated, working through all our days and nights, sacrifice your leisure time to end up at a 9 to 5 and working till you want to cease without a single moment for peace. Never still, it just keeps rolling down the hill, nobody tries to stop it. They'll get a copy, get you killed, you'll be a trending topic, a cog up in the wheel, a sacrifice to the cult of death being built. Caught up in the matrix, virtual digital minds, we don't memorize phone numbers or directions when we drive, we don't even have to go shopping and get our food and buy things. We only push a button, we don't even have to try. Can't even lift the eye away from my phone. Talking to Instagram live just so I don't feel alone. Flooding my Twitter feed with my deepest feelings and thoughts. My page is public but my sense of conversation is blocked. I validate myself through followers just to feel important. Instead of living in the moment, I'd much rather record it. Nobody knows my first name but know my Snapchat handle. I'm just a millennial trapped in social media standards. C-O-N-S. Oppression within an effort. C-O-N to own the rights of my expression. C-O-N-S. Oppression influence the feeling. C-O-N to wipe out opinions. We are the meaning of the moment. Showing out melodies at feverish frequencies, funding boardroom salaries that pay me an exposure. No penalties when they're late paying me. No benefits seen, just leans that lead to home foreclosure. Advertisement revenue, everything that you consume. More for them, less for you. They do all the sorting. Try to figure out ways to make you feel important. Only keep robbing you blind, hold extortion.
In some sense, that's the power of the internet. On the other hand, that's a perfect formula for the dark side.
This is our generation's form of nuclear power.
All right, coming up next, it is a women's flyweight tilt between Valentina Shevchenko and Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
You ready?
All right, so here we go with round one. Two of the best strikers in the women's game today, and the expectations are we're not going to see a lot of takedown attempts on either side.
No takedown attempts from either of these young women. They both want to get to the center of the octagon and start to just let the hands and the kicks fly. This is the type of matchup that we always look forward to.
So both girls landing right out of the chute.
Way to hide that leg kick.
Just unable to quite find that range.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Oh, she gets tagged. Nice combination. Well, Jędrzejczyk in a really good striking groove here. Chantel Kubas, Mike Brown in her corner really like what they have seen here early out of the former strawweight crew. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
Big kick.
Just over 3 minutes to go. So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Trying to establish that jab once again. Well, it's not considered. Head back there, this could be the end.
She landed a massive uppercut that hurt her opponent very, very bad. Look at the force behind that leg.
Some nice back and forth action here. 2 minutes now to go in the opening round. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Looks as though her leg might be hurt a little bit.
What a punch.
Well, she continues to leave that head open, and she paid for it there. She's almost moving into the strike. She hasn't changed up her tempo, and she continues to keep her head on that center line. We'll see if she can make the proper adjustments here.
Oh! Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish.
Oh, man, hate to be hit with one of those knees to the body. Trying to kick the leg out. Jędrzejczyk gets touched by that kick there. Lands a glancing right hand upstairs. Oh! Huge connection by her there.
Lower the curtain. Bring the cast out. Bring the cast. If you take the foul, the night's over.
Final seconds of round one. What an end to round one. All right, so that's the end of the round, and she's smiling through it, but man, the cut on her lip is absolute. So 5 minutes down, here we go with the start of round two. Valentina Shevchenko and the inimitable Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Well, the right hand has been there for her tonight at times. Not that time. Oh,
nice knee.
Big knee. Well, at this point, she hasn't really thrown any appreciable strikes to the body thus far in this fight. Might not be a bad time to start. Mix things up a little bit more. Try to slow your opponent down by working those shots to the midsection. Combination lands for her there. She would seem to be in the zone. Is that something you feel as a fighter?
I like that. Yes, she's in the zone. Everything that she throws seems to be finding its target.
And she misses with the left punch there. 70 total strikes have landed for Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And the accuracy rate, by the way, if you're scoring at home, 47% to this point in the fight against Valentina Shevchenko. Well, she is really...
Oh, you can never know what you're going to see with this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight?
Oh! She's throwing tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Huge elbow there.
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish this fight.
Just unable to quite find that range.
What a fight!
Well, she has certainly picked up the pace here in round two and starting to find herself in the pocket a little bit. She was a little bit hesitant in round one. No hesitancy whatsoever here in round two. She has clearly found her rhythm and range. All right, so she goes to the kick and promptly lands. Nicely done there.
She has done that over and over again. Every time she throws it, it's landed. Superman punch.
Went for the inside leg kick.
Big leg kick land.
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish. And landing some nasty strikes.
And just like that, the fight is over.
Unbelievable.
Not sure she could have drawn it up much better. Just a beautiful strike to end the fight for her opponent, who candidly may not have even seen that flush shot coming. So this is exactly the way she drew it up. She told us during fight week that she had to find a way to finish this fight, to send a message to the rest of this division. Message sent. And there she is after the huge knockout here tonight. What a moment for this fighter. You can't help but feel good for her here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 24 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Valentina Bullet